am.
Hello, friend. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We are live together, me and Carrie, as we co-host Keeping It Sweet Christmas edition.
So
Yes.
sweet. Hey.
Yeah. Say that again. What did you say?
This is so sweet.
I know, just so sweet. Absolutely. I love the Christmas tree. Love the Christmas tree
Thank
background.
you.
So
It
festive
took forever
and
to
fun.
decorate it, so I better use it.
Well, it's the perfect backdrop for our purposes today. And of course, if you are new to Keeping It Sweet with me and Carrie co-hosting, we'll just tap right into our theme song, which tells you the purpose. So, think fun and laughter. That's certainly what we're after, for that satisfying sweet spot in our soul. For all things essential, for all things simple, staying present with that sweet spot in our soul. Keeping it sweet, yes, we're keeping it sweet, staying present with that sweet spot in our soul. Keeping it sweet, yes, we're keeping it sweet, for that satisfying sweet spot in our soul. Yay! That is so much fun to sing. I love that.
Good job,
Absolutely.
tambourine.
So we have some fun little goodies to share with you for this Christmas edition of Keeping It Sweet. And do you want to get us started, or do you want me to show a couple things?
Oh, go ahead. Yes, you go first.
Okay. So the first thing I want to show you is my little Christmas tree. She has a big one behind her, and this is my little one. Yep, I use this in my video for my electrical safety video. Yes, this is the little Christmas tree I used in there. It's such a cute thing. I keep it on my table, and believe it or not, I never put it away. So it's Christmas all year long in my studio.
They're called, if I'm not mistaken, they're called bottle brush trees. And it's an old, it's an old design. Yes. So a lot of the really old sets, nativities and things will have little trees like that, which make them a favorite of mine because it's a classic look.
Yes, there you go. Carrie always has such interesting little tidbits to share about just about any subject. It's amazing to me most of the time. Yes, absolutely. And if anybody's viewing, I see one viewer. Hello, you're welcome to say hello and identify yourself. Welcome to Keeping It Sweet with me and Carrie. And then I also have this little ornament that I usually have hanging behind me. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's all gold and glittery. Nice. Yes, I just like it. It's shiny and pretty, and I keep it hanging all year long. So I guess you could say that I just do Christmas all the time. There you go. So that's my little Christmas tree ornament.
Spirit.
Huh? Good. Yes, I know, right? Nice. Well, you know how they say, if every day were like Christmas, what a wonderful world we would have, right? Exactly. So I just like to have that kind of cheerful attitude. And I'm going to just hop on my Facebook over here so I can see if we have any comments, just in case. Yes. You just never know. Let me just hop on here and see where we are. Okay, where am I? Real quick. Just looking for... Not finding it at the moment. That's okay. No big deal. I'm sure if we have any comments, we'll see them as we swipe. I see tag friends when I swipe. So anyway, yeah, I guess I should probably, I'm not sure how I'll do that. But anyway, well, you can see, can you see comments on your end? Can you see? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah, if I go over here, you have, but there.
I know, just in case anybody leaves a comment.
We're good at the moment.
Okay.
Can swipe it.
You know what? I
swipe
think.
It
yeah, I know. Oh, that's for me to write a comment. I don't want to do that. No. Okay, So anyway, so I'll give you an opportunity to talk now, Carrie, and then I'll just hop on when you're done and I'll share the rest of what I've got. So anyway, keeping it sweet, Christmas edition.
I know. One of the things that I really like that really makes it sweet is obviously decorating. And I usually do too much, but who doesn't? So as I was doing decorating for the past 2 weeks, I was thinking about our time together and our show. And it's not so much that I had any one crazy ornament to share, but as I was assembling, I was noticing how many are homemade. And even when I go shopping, I really have an affinity for other ornaments that other people have made, almost more than just a plain bulb.
Yes, exactly.
Commercially made, because it really that is a real spirit of the season for me, however you celebrate it. So I'm hoping that our viewers, whenever they get a chance to watch, will consider taking some time and making themselves either a new ornament or a new picture or a new decoration of some kind, or even the edible kind, which are equally fun. Then you can eat them. because that really does it for me. That really makes it sweet for me, because then later on I can look at all of these and go, oh my gosh, this is my niece's handprint from when she was 1. Oh my gosh, here is his kindergarten ornament, and oh my gosh, here's what I got, that I put together the first year we moved in, or when I was little, and things like that. Then that can help remind you of, oh, remember when we went to pizza with Santa, when we went caroling, when we went and looked at the lights in our neighborhood and stuff. And so that is like a collage for me, really.
That's a really good way to describe that. Yeah, exactly.
I
deeply
went through
meaningful because
boxes.
it shows the history of what you've experienced and the people in your life who you care about. Exactly. That's a really awesome idea. I know.
I like, and if you're feeling that you're not inclined, you can also, the other thing I like to do is to put ornaments on my presents when I give them to somebody. So maybe you don't feel like making one, which is okay. But if you saw one that, like, oh my gosh, she loves flamingos, I have to get this for her. You'll feel silly. Don't feel silly. Like, tie it on instead of a bow, and then they can use that and think of you, and it's part of their history of their Christmas with you.
Yes, absolutely. I love the idea of putting something on somebody's gift that they love, because that's a real personal touch. You know what I'm saying? That really shows them that you pay attention to what matters to them and what they like. And then they're like, oh, look at this. You put a little something on my, and they get all excited because it makes them happy. Talk about a sweet spot.
Because they make it sweet for you, Yeah, it's just a little, or make them cookies. It's all good.
I can tell we have a baker in the house.
What?
That's so funny. That is such a great idea, though, isn't it, people? I really think that that's a great idea. That if you're going to give someone a gift, buy them a little something that you can attach to the box that will really, really hit the sweet spot for them. That's a great idea.
They're just going to rip off the wrapping paper and toss.
Yeah, exactly.
However pretty the ribbon is,
left except
going in the
put it in trash, and they'll have a little something to hang on to that reminds them of what they love. That's so much fun.
Yeah,
I love that.
Or
idea.
Even just take the picture of you and them off of Facebook, and make a little wreath and just stick it on. Make your own ornament. I mean, whatever. It's your time together. It's a time of reflection and of celebrating.
It is. It is a good time of reflection. I totally agree with you on that. Speaking of reflection, I'm going to use that as my next. I have a bullet journal. Now, I'll explain to you what a bullet journal is real quick. It's a journal that has like very, very fine bullets for lines instead of solid lines. Okay. And a lot of people use them for list making and what we call collections, where you want to keep track of a particular topic or focus in your life, you know, and that kind of thing. And I started keeping a bullet journal a year ago, December. Yes. Okay. So it was like right before the holidays, or during the holidays last year, that I actually started using one. Yes, I have added another journal to my journaling practice. I have so many already, and then I'm starting a new one, right? But I wanted to show you this. Isn't that pretty? I made a pretty colorful Christmas.
I love the ornament.
Yeah, isn't that fun? I just used my watercolor markers and some Pitt pens, you know, for detail and such, with little gifts with ribbon and some little ornaments over here. It makes me happy looking at it every time I open, because I always start with that page, because the other stuff that I have on the opposite side is like oop, I had it upside down. It's like a tracking thing that I use. So I always open to that for this month to start, you know, to keep track of things. And I also did, my headers are in red that I put in there, which is really, really fun. Yes, exactly. And my trackers are red. So I was able to really make it look Christmassy, and it just, you know, kind of personalizes it, adds a little color. Yeah, because before that I was just using a regular blue or black pen, you know.
That's so you.
Yeah, I know, right? I have a lot of fun, in addition to the doodle that I make each night in my other journal. So I have color in this one now too, which is really fun. I've decided to get a little more creative, I guess, you know, with the bullet journal as well, without making it too, you know, some people make them really elaborate. That is not my style with the bullet journal. I don't really have enough time to really donate to making it like, you know, where it's really artful. You know, there are some who really get into that, but I keep it simple.
It doesn't look forced.
Yes, exactly.
That is just organically you. Just a little touch here and there. Yeah.
I love it. I have a lot of fun. It always cheers me up every time I see it, which is the whole point, you know, to make it look good, you know. And of course I keep it simple, which is one of the essential. There's the essential, simple, and satisfying, with the sweet spots and how we keep it sweet. And so that's part of the reason why I don't get real elaborate with my bullet journal. I spend more time doing detailed work in my other journal, which is an open sketchbook with no lines, and I do a doodle with a cartoon every night. That's where I put all of my detail in the evening when I'm doing that. So this I just keep simple, and I just do it for the first page of the month. And it's just fun. I have a good time with that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And I have one more thing that I want to share that's Christmas related.
Wow. Elf on a shelf. Elf on the shelf?
No. I've seen that all over the place, but I don't do Elf on the Shelf. I don't even know how that works. I've never done that. So that's really funny that you would bring that up. I have a little backstory to tell you, to those who are watching, and to you, Carrie.
Story time.
Since I was a young child, I have always been enamored with the miniature Schnauzer dog. Which is really interesting. I'm not a real big dog person, but every time I come across a Schnauzer dog, a miniature Schnauzer dog, I get so happy. I'm just like, oh my gosh, they are so adorable. And I know I have a couple of friends on Facebook who actually have, they have the little, it looks like they have mustaches, etc. Yeah, that's exactly right. Yep. And they just have the cutest little faces, and I just love those dogs. And so I have always enjoyed running into one, like in the store or in the park, or if somebody I know who has one and I get to see them or whatever. I don't know why. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved miniature Schnauzer dogs. Well, my mom always knew that I loved miniature Schnauzer dogs. And you know what she did for me years ago? This was back in 1985. Okay, we're giving a little history here. Yes.
Okay.
She made me. It's a little ceramic Schnauzer dog. And I have
I
had
love
the
his
same.
collar.
Isn't
Yes.
he adorable? I just sit him
Oh
on the
my
floor,
gosh.
and I don't have to take care of him. I could just look at him and say, hey.
Well, you have taken
Isn't he
care of him.
cute? I know.
He's
And on the bottom,
adorable.
let me see what it says on the bottom.
Oh my
It
gosh.
says, give me lots of TLC, and it's from December of 85. Exactly.
Oh,
Isn't that cute? My mom did ceramics for many, many years, and she made a lot
she
of
made
gifts.
it?
Yeah,
She
she
made
did for a
it?
long time. She doesn't
Oh,
do it now, but she did for many years. And I even went with her quite a few times to where she had, where she went with other people who did ceramics too. But I didn't know this was coming. It was a complete surprise.
oh.
Yeah, so I just wanted to share this as a Christmas gift from Christmases past, 1985. Yes, that was a long time ago. But yes, and I still adore those dogs to this day. Yep.
Question.
Yes, what's your question?
Does does he have a name, or she?
Oh, that's a really good question. Oh my goodness, I don't think I ever gave my dog a name.
Oh.
I am gonna have to work on that one. Can you believe I've had it since
This
1985
is the year.
and I've never given, I don't
Yes.
think I ever gave him a name. If I did give him a name, I don't remember giving him it because that was a long time ago. That was like years ago.
How about
so
a little,
I don't know. I might have done
uh,
that when I first got it, but I don't remember giving it. Oh, that's so funny. I never even thought
and a
about
Santa hat. He needs a Santa hat too. It's the season.
That's a really good point. That's a really fun idea too. To get a little hat for my dog.
Or a scarf. A scarf would be okay too. That would be easy. You could do that. You're a scarf lady.
I know.
Your little scarf. Your scarf puppy needs a scarf. Yes.
I know people who have real dogs like to dress their dogs up often, so that would be a real fun kind of spin-off of, having a real dog and dressing up that's a really fun idea. I love that.
So cute. So
that
cute.
Makes me laugh thinking about giving him a name. I'm surprised I don't have a name for the dog. That's really surprising.
Journal about it. Journal about it.
Yeah, there you go. I'll say, you know what? Carrie asked me on keeping it sweet.
Explore.
If my dog had a name and I just could not remember giving my dog a name. Oh my goodness. I guess I'll have to come up with something, right? I don't know.
Hey, people name their cars and such. Why not?
I do too. Oh, I do too. My car's name is
You
Ruby.
do? No.
Oh yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. My car's name is Ruby, and we had. Let's see. I don't remember the name of the car before that. It's been a really long time since I've had a different car. But anyway, no, I just have reminders coming up on my screen. Sorry.
That's
that's
a Kenny Rogers
song.
song.
A name. You know what name came to mind like immediately? Sammy. Don't know why. That name just came to mind when you asked me if he had a name. So maybe I did give him a name and I just didn't remember. And maybe
Sammy
that's his name. I don't have any idea. Sammy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll journal about it. We'll come back to that in January.
Yeah, we'll come back to that later, and I'll
the big
try
reveal.
To figure it out.
Puppy's new name and his new scarf. A January reveal. I'm excited.
You have such fun ideas. You really do. You honestly have the funnest.
I'm just a big kid at heart.
I know, right? But that's part of what keeps things satisfying because you can tap into that fun vibe. Just creative. Kids are so naturally creative that they like to make things, which is why, making ornaments would be a natural tendency, especially if you have kids in the house, So yeah, yes. I love that idea. And I remember last year when Jake, my grandson, Jake, he brought home ornaments that he had made at school. And so he hung them on our Christmas tree last year. Yay. And I don't know if he's making them this year or not. He made a gingerbread house that I saw a picture of, which is really fun. Oh. But you can't eat it because it's glued. Kid.
No, yes. My son has mentioned gingerbread houses, and we have a kit, and we didn't tell him So don't let me forget. We gotta make a gingerbread house too this weekend.
Just
Surprise!
one more Christmas festive event in the
I'm
house.
glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Yes, very good. Very good.
Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
I've never actually made one, so
yeah, I've never made a gingerbread house. I don't
I'm
ever
excited.
recall doing that. No, and I don't make gingerbread men. I don't really bake as far as like Christmas cookies. Or my mom was, oh my goodness, my mother, she baked cookies every year for the longest time, you know, and she would put them out on these really pretty trays. And, you know, that's when we had, you know, other extended family over, and we would have a big to do and all that stuff years ago when I was a kid, you know, and she would make a big deal. I mean, she would decorate the whole house. I mean, the banisters on the stairs in her house, candy canes, red and white wrapping around all the, oh yeah, she did everything. The whole house was covered in Christmas. Absolutely. She really knew how to make the house look festive. I mean, everywhere you turned there was something Christmas. And it just made the whole holiday so colorful and fun and festive and just, oh my goodness, yes, exactly. And she always knew how to stretch a dollar too. She was really good at frugally shopping and getting us exactly what we wanted. I mean, just open mouth with surprise, you know, oh my gosh, I can't believe you got it for me, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, so many years of Christmases that I could talk about in addition to my doggie that I just showed before. So yes, I want to give a shout out, a sweet spot shout out to Mom for making so many wonderful Christmases for me when I was a child. And she still does it even now. She did it with my kids and now with my grandson. Oh yeah. She always has.
Well, that explains to our viewers a little bit about where you get all of that creative energy, because you were surrounded with it when you were growing up.
Yep. My mom had so many different ways of creatively expressing herself, from ceramics to, you know, making like handmade ornaments. Oh yeah, handmade ornaments we'd be hanging on the tree. And speaking of handmade, oh yeah, she was really, really, really handy with doing all the, oh yeah, absolutely. Mom is definitely a creative force. At least she was for a very, very long time. Exactly. So
they have the Pillsbury. It either comes in a roll or it's already cut in the cooler section of cookies that have a little colored print in the middle. You just slap it on a tray and turn the oven on. So
if you want Christmas cookies, it doesn't have to be difficult.
It takes no effort. It's very simple. They are good.
Oh, my mom made the Christmas pies with the strips of, you know, with the apple and the cherry and the, oh yeah, she did everything. I mean, she just, for weeks, she would spend time baking and cooking and just preparing and decorating. Oh my goodness. All the time.
You're making me hungry. I'm hungry now.
Well, it is almost lunchtime, so there you go.
Yes.
This has been so much fun, dear Carrie. I have so much enjoyed this Christmas edition of Keeping It Sweet. And we hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as we have. And you guys are welcome to leave a comment below and let us know how you're keeping it sweet right now. Like what's essential, simple, and satisfying for you, especially during this holiday season, and maybe what you're doing with family or friends, you know, in a safe way, of course. You know, we have to keep everything safe, everyone safe during this COVID situation. But whatever you're doing that's making it sweet for you this Christmas, you're welcome to leave a comment below and we will celebrate with you and share with you. Yes, we're very, very much inviting you to do so, because that's why we're here. We're here to add some goodness to the world and make the world a happier place. And it has been such a delight to do that with my dear friend Carrie.
I'm just glad that we're all here to celebrate. That in and of itself, however you do celebrate, we're all here to celebrate. And that's just.
And for anyone else who is, you know, if you're celebrating Hanukkah or some other holiday, you know, that's not Christmas, we celebrate that with you too. Yes, absolutely. And for all of those who are struggling or who are dealing with sickness, like in your family or with yourself, We want to wish you the sweetness, all the sweetness in the world, and for healing and for strength and all that good stuff, because we want everyone to be well. Absolutely.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we just want to wish that for you, and have a wonderful, happy holiday. Absolutely.
Yay!
Yay! From me and Carrie to you and yours. Yes,
Yep.
awesome. So, Carrie, I guess we'll have to make some plans for our next Keeping It Sweet episode. So, in the meanwhile, we'll focus on what's essential, simple, and satisfying. And we want to wish you the sweetest holiday season and remind you to keep it sweet.
Yay!
We'll see you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.